meteorology wise, but bottom line for you folks at home, it's going to rain and it's going to be a little bit breezy as we go throughout the day. Right now over downtown Macon, a cool start to the day. Morning low temperatures are in the mid-50s this morning. Of course, we have the rain falling and the radar is pretty active, so we have that light to moderate rainfall area wide. And all day long today, we're going to have these waves of rain coming in. It could be heavier at times. As we first slide to the north, you see these embedded pockets of yellow indicating that heavier rainfall, and another one of those heavier pockets is just now moving through parts of Houston County. So that's pretty much going to be the story today. We'll get some breaks in the action as well, but a rainy and windy day is on tap. The wind right now is not too bad. Strongest gust we can find there is at Thomaston at 17 miles an hour, but that will be picking up as we go throughout the day. So this is what we're talking about. We have a super disorganized tropical storm this morning. The center of circulation is way down here. See that little swirl in the clouds, and all the activity is off to the east and northeast of this storm. But as the center of circulation moves towards our area today, it will still be strong enough to give us some rain and some wind throughout the day. Here's what the forecast path from the Hurricane Center shows. The center of the storm will be tracking off to the northeast, just to the southeast of us here in central Georgia. So even though we've been kind of taken out of that cone of uncertainty, remember, impacts can always extend outside the cone, and that is likely as we go through today. So here's how it plays out in our future view. Hour by hour, we'll see widespread rainfall continues across parts of central Georgia, heavy at times, and then we could see some breaks. We've got one of those breaks in South Georgia right now that'll give us a little lull, but then more rain will fill back in later today. We'll continue through 2 and 3 and 4 p.m. today, and that light to moderate rain continues. But for the most part today, we're looking at just rain, not really thunderstorms and not really much of a tornado risk. So really just some beneficial rainfall across central Georgia today. Those wind gusts though, right now the models aren't picking up exactly on how strong the wind is right now. Obviously our gusts are a lot lower, but as we go through the morning and the center of that storm gets closer to us, we'll likely see these gusts increase. And throughout the afternoon, they will peak in that 30 to 35 isolated 40-mile-an-hour range. And normally that's not strong enough to down trees, but because of the drought conditions that we've had across central Georgia recently, we may see a few isolated down trees out there, which could cause some power outage issues, but again, not widespread damaging winds with this system, so some good news there. As far as the rainfall totals, we've kind of seen this map dance around over the last couple days. At times they've painted 8 inches of rain across parts of central Georgia. At times they've gone all the way down to a ½ inch. I think the safe bet today is going to be between 1 and 3 inches of rain across central Georgia with some isolated higher totals, and that's not going to cause any flooding issues. All it's going to do is chip away at the drought, so some good news as far as that part of the forecast goes. So bottom line, here's how it breaks down today. We're going to be dealing with the rainfall all day long, so the timing now through midnight tonight, we could see gusts in that 30 to 40-mile-an-hour range. The strongest gusts are going to come from Macon and points to the south and east, and we could see a few higher gusts, but for the most part, these will be our peak wind gusts during the afternoon. And rainfall totals today, again, that 1 to 3 inches with some isolated higher totals. Notice what we didn't put on here today. I don't have the tornado risk on here because I think it's going to stay fairly low. Our atmosphere is stable, and we're just not going to be located in the part of the tropical system that is most favorable for those tornadoes. So this is what we got to look forward to during the day today. Overall, a more beneficial system for us here in central Georgia. Here